So what is going on over here? Looks like we got a lot of parts on the floor. Been attempting to clean the garage up a little bit here, and in doing that, finally got into some of the ZZ Performance parts that I've had stacked up for a while. I've been accumulating some various parts over the last, honestly, like last year or so. And yeah, kind of wanted to inventory what I have, and honestly, some of the stuff we start installing. So we really have two different vehicles worth, I don't know if that's the right English there, two different vehicles that these parts are going to be going on, and I don't exactly know if I have them split up correctly because they were in a couple big boxes. But so there may be a couple things over here that should be over here. I'm not quite sure. But starting over here in this pile, this is all the 3800 performance stuff for the Buick Regal. And this pile over here is stuff for the L&F Cobalt, and including a little bit over here as well. So kind of run through what we got here and talk about what the plans are. Starting with this pile over here, this is all for, like I said, for the Buick Regal. The biggest item and the vast majority of this stuff is the ZZ Performance Turbo Kit. Down here we have the 62mm precision turbo, some of the box items, blow-off valve. This is, what's this here? Well, filter, some couplers. I'm guessing this is probably, yeah, the wastegate. Big box here is the intercooler, exhaust piping, the kind of header connector pipe with the basically the turbo manifold connection point there. The turbo mounts too. Some couplers. What else here? Oh, this is technically not part of the kit, but this is something I bought separately. I have, I guess they call power logs, I think is the term they use. But I have one for each side. But this works, you know, even better with the turbo kit. So I have these as well. Coming over here, some oil lines and some boost reference lines, some miscellaneous stuff over here. And to be honest, don't even remember exactly what all this is. But also down here, I got some additional axles. Hopefully don't need to use them, but you never know. And then this thing I've had for a little while. This is actually to delete the AC on the car, since pretty much everything else in the dash has been removed. Another intercooler pipe or kind of connection pipe. So yeah, a lot of stuff here for the Buick, and this is really the stuff we're going to start working on really soon, to be honest. Haven't really fired up the car since, oh gosh, probably since put it away last winter. So it's about time we get that thing fired up. But this is definitely priority number one. Working on the Buick, getting the turbo kit installed. Have to get it tuned to things like that as well. But should be interesting to see. I really don't know what it's going to do power-wise. I've heard the engines can take quite a bit. Really, the weak point on that car is going to be the transmission. So I think we're going to probably find out pretty quickly how much that transmission can take. I'm guessing rough numbers, maybe around 400 horsepower. Maybe. Kind of try to limp it along at that. See what it does. But anyway, these various items will be going on the car pretty much all at once. The plan will be install the turbo kit, including all the exhaust pieces, take all the remaining air conditioner components out. Axles are just spares. Also, the last little bit of items on the Buick, I'm trying to think, from last fall. Mount the race seats, and I think that's pretty much it. And then see what this thing does. So anyway, next we'll check out the Cobalt stuff. So not this Cobalt, but always a good excuse to check this thing out. She's a little dirty right now because it's been sitting here all winter, but we will be getting this thing out soon. A lot of wrenching needs to be done on that one. But anyway, parts over here are for the L&F Street Cobalt. Primarily, most of this is the ZZ Performance I think they call it their charge pipe intercooler kit or something like that. Upper and lower charge pipes, the actual upgraded intercooler itself, lots of hose connections and some wires. And like I mentioned, some of this stuff might actually be mixed with that kit because they all came in one or two big boxes. So not quite 100% sure if I split them up correctly, but anyway, once they start installing them, we'll figure all that out. But so main items, intercooler kit, but also I have a rear sway bar back here, and front-wheel drive cars in particular tend to oversteer. And I put a similar sway bar, ZZP, on the back of the Sonic last year. Really helps out a lot. Gets rid of some of the oversteer, makes it a little more neutral. So this is a bigger sway bar to put on the Cobalt. That's the main items. And I have one more thing I kind of forgot over here. Still wrapped up. But I got one out here. This is one of the big items. Ignore that, just a wire hanging there. We have coilovers. So this will be a big thing to put on the car. Believe it or not, that Cobalt still has stock springs. So it sits kind of 4x4. So this will be a nice thing to put on and get it just a little better look, a little better handling, kind of a little better everything overall. So this kit is, these items, I should say, for the Cobalt are not really power related. I guess theoretically you may get more efficient power with a better intercooler, but you're not really going to get any improvement in power with this. It's just going to kind of optimize what I have. A little better handling with the coilovers and the rear sway bar. So yeah, this stuff will go on eventually. Side note over here, got the old drag radials that I had on the IROC, and then I had them on the Buick for a little bit. I don't know where they're going now, but they're just sitting there for now. So yeah, kind of a parts inventory of everything I got over here. Lots of stuff for the Buick. This will be a bit of a task. This should be a little more straightforward. For the a lot of piping now. I don't know if I've heard you might have to take the front end of the car off, but yeah, a lot of piping for the intercooler update. But to be honest, this, I don't know. I mean, this should be a little more straightforward as far as the intercooler goes, but it'll be interesting to see. So that's pretty much it for the parts inventory and stuff we have coming up here. Side note, we got some Pro Front stuff over here. We got dry sump oil pan and the header manifold. This thing is so heavy, but oh yeah, but this will be using on the turbo car, the Pro Front car, so it should be pretty cool when we get this thing on. But anyway, that's just a teaser for that. But yeah, a lot of stuff here. Got to get it installed. I think I have pretty much everything I need for the Buick in the short term. Cobalt, yeah, I think I'm pretty good for now too. It depends, really cosmetic stuff if I want to pursue any further with that car for now. Primarily because of the hail damage that it has. So anyway, that's it for this one. Just kind of a preview of what's coming up. A lot of stuff to get installed. Then when we get in the Buick, back to the track, see what it does after it gets tuned. See what it does with the turbo kit. Should be interesting. Big question is how long does that transmission last? But anyway, yeah. Next video here, well, hard to say, but I think might be a little bit of wrenching on this because in the next couple weeks here, I want to get this out on the track and actually race it. So mixture of stuff coming up. That's kind of what this channel is, a little bit of everything. So anyway, that's it for now. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.